I'm the favourite.
You on? Think
It's
alive.
broadcasting, by the way. It's on air.
Dominic,
Oh,
go!
Hi everyone, I'm Dominic, and I'm joined by my
I'm
friendly
Robert.
associates.
I'm Robert. Josh is here, but he's like not.
I'm the one without any video.
He's a ghost. He's the ghost in the mission. He's the ghost Josh at the moment, so we can't see him.
Yeah.
So today
This
we
webcam
watched
took a shit guide.
yes. Today we watched a wonderful film called The Mummy from 1999. I guess I should explain. So this is a show all about how our lives got turned upside down by watching some great movies as friends, and we talk about the movies.
And we usually argue about them. I'm usually pitted against these two.
Usually, what do you mean? Singling us. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically it. I gotta get my okay. So
as you can tell, the episode quality totally increases with each episode.
Yeah.
Shaky
So,
bone came over here and no
Today
webcam.
we watched. I'm trying to be professional, Robert. God damn it.
It's like an internet show.
Today we watched the film. The Mummy, starring Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz,
John Hamm? He was in
and
it?
some other guy.
John Hamm.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
And did you notice the chick from I don't know if you've seen Arrested Development, but the Elmano chick that
I have not.
Job and Michael both. There's like a love triangle between them. She's in it. She's
Okay, that's better.
She's She's like the Cleopatra lady.
That's
Whatever her
where
name
I've seen
was.
it from. That was
The Cleopatra lady. Yes,
I originally thought she was
I know who
from
you're talking
My
about.
Name Is Earl. I originally thought she was like the the Latino from My Name Is Earl. What was her name? Like, yeah.
I don't remember her
What?
name.
She was Latino. It was like
It's not.
anyway. It was some Latino name, whatever. who cares? So,
She wasn't the crab man.
so,
Okay, so should we get into the
I
movie
think
now?
we
or
should
we
start
just-
with. No, I was just going to talk about my day. So
Okay. Hey, was your day?
So, we usually start with plot. That was pretty good. I watched a movie called The Mummy, and now I'm going to describe it in 5 words or less. Trademark pending. Our patented way of reviewing movies in 5 words or less, starring Dominic, Josh, and Robert. So here we go.
Yes.
Robert, do you want to start?
Yeah, it was pretty good. That's my 5 words.
Dominic,
Exactly
Dominic,
5
you
words.
next.
Surprisingly fun, mummy adventure bonanza.
Josh?
Mine is
The
Brendan
basis one.
Fraser. Mine is Brendan Fraser. Why? But fun.
Okay.
You don't like
Like
Brendan
we
Fraser?
got some,
Well, it is
looks
a
like we
90s.
got some.
It is a 90s film, so it's got him in it, of course, because, you know, he was big in the 90s.
Not really.
Yeah. He was big in like this movie, and then the sequel to
Yeah.
this movie.
He was in
And then
George
his
of the Jungle,
career
I
sort of
remember that.
vanished. Much like the mummy vanishes into sand and disappears, such is the fate of Brendan Fraser's career. So
Well, it's actually Fraser. Brendan Fraser, not Fraser.
I know, but I like saying Fraser
thought it was
because it
Frasier.
makes me sound.
Like Frasier. Yeah.
I like saying
Frasier.
Frasier because it makes me sound fancy. So
Makes you sound like
I guess we have some competition going on. 'Cause I kind of liked it.
I liked it too.
And Robert,
This is awesome.
Okay.
I really like it.
Yeah,
Alright.
I liked it. We're all in agreement that we liked it. I just don't like Brendan Fraser.
Why do you like
Alrighty, so I guess we should start
Just
from the top.
look at
I've
his
got notes
face.
here, then
Just look at it.
What? You're gonna hate on Brendan Fraser because of his face.
It's mainly because he reminds me of my cousin, and I know that my cousin can't act.
Cousins do you have?
So,
You have the strangest
I have,
reasons
like-
for not liking things.
it's just uncanny. It's just uncanny the whole time, basically.
Okay.
Actually,
So
if
we
you
start
think
off-
Brendan,
okay.
if you think Brendan Fraser and the Pharaoh guy, the mummy, crossed together, that is basically what my cousin actually looks like.
Wow.
Yes,
Um,
that's what struck me as strange in this movie.
So we start off with like the most exposition I've seen in a while. So much exposition. Good lord! It was like, so this guy loved the pharaoh's betrothed or whatever, and so they were like in love, but then he didn't like it, so he got her stabbed. And then the mummy guy
They
tried
literally,
to.
they literally could have just not had that talking bit.
Yeah, I
and
know.
just had the video.
It's so cool. It just gets more and more down the rabbit hole of like, what is this insanity? Because it's like, oh, and then he tries to resurrect her using the Book of Death, which is cursed among pharaohs, and because the pharaohs didn't like it, they came in and they didn't just kill him because that wasn't good enough. So okay, so this is my real problem with this. So you have this curse, right? It's like the ultimate curse of death. It's like the worst thing you can ever have happen to you. Like, why would one of the outcomes be becoming an immortal god?
Yeah, that's in retrospect.
Like, you would think when they were designing the curse, it would be like, so I'm going to have it so that maggots eat his flesh or whatever.
Scarabs.
And then he rots. Yes, scarabs. And then he rots in a tomb for thousands of years until eternity. Oh, yeah, and if he gets awoken, he becomes all-powerful and becomes the god of death. But I'm sure that won't happen. We have very competent guys. We have a very competent team of like 15 guys that are guarding against him and don't even really do anything. Like, and I'll get to that later, but this just doesn't. It seems like some bad ideas.
They literally just look down from a big cliff, and then when they see people there, they say, "We'll let you stay here one more night."
I know. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why would you let them stay? Like, just tell them to leave. Like, this whole thing could have been avoided. Anyway.
Yeah, but it was avoided. It's not as fun, is it?
Yeah, exactly. So I guess you got to trade. It's just a stupid movie, but I found it. You know, it was fun though.
There have been stupider films than this.
Yes,
Dread.
it was a fairly stupid. I mean, yeah. So great CG effects.
Yeah, it was 99, wasn't it?
Yeah, 1999.
Yeah.
Star Wars Episode 1 came out the same year, I believe. So as a nice comparison.
Hang on.
I'd like to say that none of the characters in The Mummy were as annoying as Jar Jar Binks in Episode 1, but that Benny guy, fuck's sake.
I didn't have a problem with him.
Oh, he's just...
Did you hate Benny? I mean, his acting wasn't great. And his
He reminded
accent
me
was
of
kind of...
he reminded me of the Rob Schneider character in Judge Dredd.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
Like, Brendan Fraser's character lets him run around, just like, way too much.
But
I'll
actually,
get you next time, Benny. Oh, fuck it.
Now that I think about it, it's basically, you know, the same characters as in, or that same dynamic as in Judge Dredd, isn't it? Same year, or around the same time, 4 years after Judge Dredd, and it's got the same dynamic with that.
Wow, what a difference 4 years, Max.
So Yeah, I found this movie to be. It really reminded me of the old adventure movies of the early 20th century, like the movies that sort of inspired Star Wars and Indiana Jones and stuff. I was like, it really had that charm. So I found that was what I liked about it. And ultimately, I would say, if you do like movies like Pirates of the Caribbean, Indiana Jones, then you'll probably like this, I think, because it's sort of akin to that sort of style, in my opinion.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Seeing as how what's his name, the Brendan Fraser character reminded me of Indiana Jones, like the way he had him dressed and stuff, his costume.
Well, he's an American guy running through crypts and tombs and shit with some chick fighting off bad guys and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Still cool though. Still fun. I still like it.
What?
I haven't seen this movie since I was like 12.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the scarabs used to terrify me, man. Like
when
I was younger. Yeah, they freaked me out. Cause
why is my face orange now?
I don't know.
Because you've got too much of a suntan. You've been living it up in Bondi.
Okay, I figured it out. I figured out why. It was like that. Okay, it's all good.
Okay, it's great.
All good.
So let's talk about the bad parts of this movie. So you didn't like Benny, and Josh didn't like Brendan Fraser.
The relationship between
not his character, just Brendan Fraser. Character was fine. I just don't like Brendan Fraser.
There's not a reason.
Yeah, I mean,
because he reminds you of your cousin isn't a reason to not like Brendan Fraser.
Sure it is.
Why not? You know?
That doesn't count.
So you were talking about the dynamic.
Yeah,
so you're talking about the dynamic of the characters.
No, the sort of immediate relationship between Brendan Fraser and the chick.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they hate each other. Oh,
I feel like on one hand,
looks at each other and they just,
Yeah, and that's sort of like the trope. So I guess on one hand, I felt like on like a purely like not taking any other movies into account sort of view, it was pretty forced, and like of course the woman never really does anything. She's like the damsel in distress, and she's kind of useless like 100% of the time. But on the other hand, it was sort of an homage to like those older movies that sort of did the same thing. Well, I say homage, or maybe they were just like trying to copy the same formula, and but nonetheless, that was sort of the idea of like saving the princess. Star Wars had it, Indiana Jones had it, I'm sure. Trying to think
Indeed.
back. Yeah, so I guess that's just like a trope that I'm not necessarily a fan of, but I still thought it was fun. I didn't take it too seriously though.
Indeed, definitely.
Yeah. So, apart from that, I mean, some of the acting was kind of, and some of the script writing wasn't that great. But I don't really know what else to say about this movie other than I had fun. And it wasn't like a tour de force of, achievement, but, it was cool.
Good that you think that. Bro.
Yeah, just I can't really think of anything else to say. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
Well, that's it.
Alrighty then.
Still have 10 minutes.
Keep around next week. What?
What?
Wow, we really have nothing to say about the Mummy.
Wow, I mean,
what was with introducing that British pilot? What was with they introduced that British pilot and then they just killed him off like immediately?
They were killing off all the characters and it's like, hey, this British guy, and they kill him off. It's like, well, fucking, Okay.
Yeah, but like, didn't they didn't even like really introduce? I mean, they gave him a scene earlier, I think.
Yeah, like a
That was
tiny
kinda
one where he's at
weird.
like a bar and he's like really drunk or something. It's just
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. And can I talk about how bad this mummy is at doing his goddamn job? Because this guy can turn into sand, right? Like,
Yes.
all you have to do is kill the guy with the book, like turn into sand, appear behind him, grab a sword. You're immortal, right? So it's all good. And then just stab him, and then that's it. Like, you don't have to just like casually stand on top of the stairs while these priest mummies are getting absolutely killed by Brendan Fraser. You just got to do like, you just got to put in some effort, and that's what really annoyed me. Is this mummy? He has no work ethic. He's just lazy, and he doesn't really get anything
Comes
done.
over here. Just
Comes to this
off
country.
benefits. My taxpayer dollars going to that mummy, and he's not putting his back into it. I don't think we should be letting him across the border.
Vote for Tony Abbott.
For Tony
Talk about it,
Abbott. He does actually awesome.
Yeah, it'd be great. So yeah, when it's trying to be scary, it's when it's trying to be spooky, it's spooky. When it's trying to be adventurous, it's adventurous, and yeah, that's about it. So stay tuned next week when we talk about Night of the Creeps, an old '80s cheesy B movie, cult horror classic. Should be much fun. So until next time, my name's Dominic.
I'm Josh.
We still have like 5 or 10 minutes left. I'm Robert.
Yeah,
7.
we don't really have anything to say, so who cares?
Yeah.
Robert, you have to say your name, otherwise we can't finish.
I fucking
You already
did!
did.
Oh, you did? Okay. Jeez, I'm sorry. Oh my
You gotta
god.
start something, mate.
That
Pay
was,
attention.
that was,
Pay attention to me.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I didn't mean to offend you or anything like that. Okay.
People I have to
Gee,
work
you
with
hurt my
making
feelings.
me watch these movies and shit.
I'm sorry.
And then they go and
Sorry.
pull this. Go and pull this. Whatever.
So, alright, you can piss off now. We have nothing more to say. Bye.
See you later, bro. Hail.
So go.
Hang 10.